Hello everyone, welcome to QAWithSJ channel. In today's video, let's discuss testing types. So basically, in testing, we have two types: manual testing and automation testing. So in manual testing, where we'll test the application without having any scripts, manually we'll test the application. First, we'll write the test cases based on the requirement documentation, based on our understanding on the application. We'll write the test cases and then we'll get approval from the client or PO. Once that is finalized, so we'll start testing the application whenever they have releases. So you might have a questions, what is a release? Yeah, we'll discuss those things also. Okay, so that's what manual testing. And manual testing is very important before doing automation testing. That is the place where decide factor, which we can automate, which we cannot automate. So if you want to go for automation, definitely we have to do manual testing at least once, then only we can start. Okay, so coming to automation testing, the same testing process we can do by writing some scripts using uh, different tools like Selenium, Cypress, Playwright. These all are for UR testing, and Postman and RestAssured for API testing. Of course, Cypress and Playwright we can leverage it for API testing as well. Okay, so the main benefit we'll get out of manual testing is the execution will be fast. Once the script is developed, you can reuse it throughout your releases. So basically, what is a release means, whenever, let's suppose the application is live. Now, in that application, they might need to extend some features. Let's suppose feature 1, feature 2, feature 3. Now, these features, based on the priority, okay, what the managers, the product owner, everyone, whoever stakeholders for that application, they will decide which priority we are supposed to release first. So based on that, first they will develop it and test it and release it. Let's suppose let's take for your understanding quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. So in their roadmap, first they will develop high priority feature and they will release it in quarter 1, and then in quarter 2, and then in quarter 3. So similarly, let's suppose if you take phone pay or WhatsApp applications, if you could see the UI, not only this, you might have seen in your Kotak Bank applications or ICICI, HDFC, the UI might have seen changes. You might have seen that, right? So they are changing the UI and everything based on the requirements, customer satisfactions and feedbacks and user feedback. Based on that, they do that. But that, and instead of doing that entire process, they will release this particular features as part of releases. Okay, so the main benefit is fast execution, reusability, improved accuracy, support CI/CD. So what is the CI/CD is we'll discuss in later uh, uh, videos. Once the automation is done, we'll maintain these scripts in GitHub, and then whenever some developer do any changes in their code, accordingly our tests will run. So how this will run, uh, how to set up those things, we'll learn when we are talking about GitHub sessions. And test coverage also, better test coverage also will be there. So whatever the manual test we have it, all these things can be automated, and definitely it will save your time, effort. And one more thing I forgot to mention here is cost, because it identify the bugs in very fast manner when compared to performing manual testing. The example tools are most popular is Selenium, and then Playwright, Cypress, and RestAssured for API testing. Why these are popular is, first thing is, these are open source and these are large community. When we are discussing particularly about those tools, we can have the deep sessions, their architecture and how they built and all. But these are open source tools, and companies are investing in the hiring the employees who are skilled, and then they are leveraging these tools. By leveraging these tools, they are started writing the scripts and maintaining GitHub and executing them whenever they are required. Okay, and some of the paid tools are also available like Tosca, Katalon Studio, XLQ, QTP, Lambda Mu. So these are different paid tools where it's based on subscriptions. So they will give users as a team, and then they can start utilizing it. Okay, so the main benefit is they will get it is, let's suppose there is a company called ABC. Okay, ABC company. Now, what this company do? This company, let's say, it's a e-commerce business. Okay. Now there is a company called uh, SJ SJ Commerce. Okay. Now this ABC company, e-commerce, both are e-commerce business. Okay. Now this particular application is having around 1000 test cases. Okay, here test cases is nothing but a scenario, a functionality of application. Okay, let's think like that. Now same SG commerce application is also 1000 test cases. Okay, let me go here, 1000 test cases. Now what happened? So both are new to this particular market. Then what will happen? So let's suppose today is the date is 13 June 2026. Now this ABC company and SJ Commerce both are new to the market, and now they are trying to get into the market by month of August. Let's say July. Okay. Now they do have 27 days. Now what happened? Now in this ABC company, they have uh, testers, but entire QA is with manual. Okay. Now in SJ Commerce also they do have testers. Now this entire QA team is with automation. Whether they have used Selenium or Playwright or Cypress is the secondary. Okay, let's think about it. Now what happened? Now the release is, so we discussed the release is on July 2nd, let's say. Okay, release is July 2nd. Now what happened here? So before releasing it to the market, the particular product went to multiple testing phases, right? Until unless testers uh, give sign off, the product doesn't go into the market. If you don't give sign off, then that the particular product doesn't go into market. We have to give QA sign off. Okay. Now what happened? On June 25th, the testing is completed here also. Okay, by June 25th, testing is completed. Okay. Now let me change this to June. Okay. Yeah. Now what will happen here? They performed testing this particular application manually around 1000 test cases. Here also 1000 test cases, but through automation. Now once the testing is completed, now let's suppose business users is there. Okay, business users identified a bug. Now which is caused, which is very critical bug. Let's say identified a critical bug. Now so then what they do? Then developers identified root cause, and then fix it immediately. Okay. Now what happens here? Since this is identified, then once that fix is done, what will happen? Then QA again will test. Let's suppose there are, how many QA members are there? 3 testers. Okay, here also 3 testers. So on an average, a tester can execute around, let's say, 30 test cases. Okay, then on an average, these three testers will finish 100. Okay, 100 test cases per day. So if that is the case, 1000 total, how many test cases they do have? 1000 test cases. Then if three members complete 100 test cases per day, then how many days it will take for them? Total 10 days. Now the time is June 25th, right? So total how many days they left to release the product? Just 7 days, hardly 7 to 8 days. But the testing itself is going to be take 10 days. Then again, they're not getting to the market. Whatever the time they fixed, they might not get into the market. But in this case, okay, let's say they also identified the bug. Okay, now since all the tests are automated, so how they will run? They will run with click of a button, click of execute button before they go to sleep. You know, this is I'm talking about. Uh, I'm talking about once after fix is done. Okay, once the fix is done. Okay, once the fix is done, they identified a bug. SJ Commerce also, the fix is done. Then before they go to the sleep, then what they will do, they will simply execute a button. Then in the morning they will get the results, right? They will get the results. That's it. Now they have started testing on 26th. Okay, by 27th morning they have all the results. Parallelly, testers can focus on focus on testing focus on testing other areas also, other areas like some API testing or some performance testing, right? So all these areas they do have time. What I'm trying to say, they do have time, and their testing will be completed by 27th or 28th. Again, they do have 4 to 5 days left for SJ Commerce because of automation they have implemented. Now this ABC company is little bit lag. They couldn't be able to into the market within specified date and time because of the late identification of the bug. It happens, right? We never know when at any point of time we might get bugs. So what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, automation testing will help you to execute your test over a change. Let's suppose there is some change or there is a bug, you can simply reuse executing automation tests. So your testers or QA team will focus on some other areas. I hope you are able to understand. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe.